What's up, guys? This is Anayata, and welcome back to my channel. More like a welcome again because it's been so long 2 years since I have not posted a long form video on YouTube, actually, and there were like only 3 videos before this. I've been wanting to do this properly for a really long time, and I didn't want to start until I was sure I could be consistent. So here I am. Welcome to my channel, and go subscribe. I did put out a story on Instagram, and a lot of you sent a bunch of questions, and I will definitely answer all of them. But before I just randomly start answering questions, I think I owe giving a little bit of a backstory and a bit of a life update to you. 2 years ago, in the beginning of 2023, I was leaving for campus, had gotten into ISP a long time back through the Young Leaders program. I always knew I was going to go. So initially, I really wanted to create YouTube content there as well to actually show you and give you live updates of what was happening, but it was impossible. Life is super hectic there. So I'm very happy with a hectic life, but this was very, very, very hectic. We had exams every 2 weeks. There were multiple extracurricular things happening, assignments every single day, 2-3 day term breaks, and that also something or the other was happening at that time. That 1 year feels like 5 years because so much happens. And what I realized was that I didn't want to miss out on anything. Either way, 5 things are happening at the same time. You need to prioritize and pick and choose what you want to do. So if I sat down and started shooting YouTube videos over there, I would only miss out on a lot of stuff. So then I decided that, let me take all of it in, really be there in the moment, and then come and tell you guys what happened, what I did, and why I had such a good time. I was barely consistent on Instagram. Starting YouTube and, doing all this was just not going to happen. So I made my peace with it like in the first month only because that was too hectic. There were placements on campus, and again, I was in two minds if I wanted to take up a job or I wanted to, come back and create content full time. But then I ended up taking a job. The market was terrible, by the way, but I was lucky enough to get a couple of offers, and I got a job that I wanted and I really liked. So I decided to take the offer. And then later on, post placement, new friend groups were made. There were a lot of trips happening. So of course, I didn't want to miss out on that as well. So I kind of went with the flow, was just trying to, do everything possible. And in that, I could not get time to shoot. But nevertheless, I did live those moments, and I really want to talk to them about you. I have like images, so I can do like a whole flashback and like take you through my year kind of thing. I think I'll definitely do that. I never had someone who I could like, keep asking questions and keep going to, because I didn't know anyone who went to the school or, who had such an experience. And I really want to be there for you guys. I get so many DMs. I've replied also to a couple, but I'm sure I've missed out on quite a few. So that is one thing. Okay, so you're up to speed. I graduated. I came back last year. We had a very, very much awaited grad trip planned in May. So I graduated in April. My trip was in May. Of course, we had a great time, but halfway into the trip, I got a slip disc and I had to like cut my trip short. It was super unexpected. Wait. Let me tell you what exactly happened. It was a week into the trip. I woke up one morning. It was the day we were going to Bicester Village, which is like an outlet shopping place. I got out of bed, and when I tried to reach out for a glass of water, I literally could not lift up my arm. I could not wear my own clothes. I didn't know what was happening, but in the moment, I was so excited. I wanted to go. So I just took a painkiller. I said, it could be some very bad sort of a catch I've got. I don't know. And I left. Then for the next 2-3 days, I don't know what happened. My fingertips started getting numb. I almost fainted one day. I don't know what was happening. And one thing was constant, that I constantly had pain over here, and I had started developing numbness in my fingertips, like my thumb and my finger, and also my arm and like this part of my arm. The moment I started getting numb, I completely lost it. Like, I think I got very anxious because, it's one thing to like get a catch, and it's the other thing to not feel parts of your body. So, that was a terrible time. It was the uncertainty that was driving me crazy because I did not know what was happening to me and for what. It's not like I fell. It's not like I got injured. It's not like, something happened to me. Nothing happened. I just woke up one day and this happened to me. which is extremely unfortunate. Either way, I got my doctors from India to prescribe medicine to me, but they were not giving me the medicine. I had to get a pharmacist over here who had to prescribe it to me. Again, this is a doctor I don't know if they'll actually prescribe correctly. And they were charging me like £1,000, which is 1 lakh rupees almost. And I said, you know what, it makes more sense to just prepone my flight, go to my own doctor. I had to cut the trip short. I came back, did an MRI, all of that. Turns out it was a slip disc in my neck. So I had like 2-3 discs, your cervical region, which is like from here to here. I had two or three bulging and slip discs. Physio started for that. I've still been doing physio. To this date, I do physio. My band is somewhere here. And it was a struggle. You know, I know people go through a lot of other things. I know that this is not the end of the world. But, you know, for a dancer, for someone who was dying to, you know, I've graduated, I've come back, and I finally have time to dance. I finally have time to like create content and, you know, do everything that I planned. It all just kind of flopped. I got a collaboration with one of my favorite brands and I couldn't take it up because I couldn't move. I was on bed rest for some time. Slowly and steadily, it did get better. I was on medication. And then once in the middle, like in last year in September, I said, you know what, screw it, I'll dance. And the next day I was down again. So that is the problem. Till your neck is not fully strengthened, you will relapse. I mean, I'm talking about it very nicely and smilingly and calmly right now, but I wasn't. I have spent nights super upset. I've spent nights crying. I've spent nights Googling, am I going to get paralyzed? I mean, it sounds very stupid, but I'm just going to be honest. So it's been quite the year. And you know what's the worst part? 2024 was supposed to be my year. You know, like I was supposed to graduate, I was supposed to go for a trip, and I was supposed to, you know, get back. And half of these things did happen, but they had their own set of hiccups. So yeah, it's 2025, it's February right now. And now that I'm a whole lot better, I've been dancing a little bit. I still actually haven't gone for a jog, you know. Everything that happens maybe happens for a reason, because during ISP, I was considering not taking a job. I was considering doing content full time. At least I had started working because I didn't have to move a lot to work. I just had to maintain proper posture and the laptop had to be like at my eye level. Then I could work. So I started working full time. All this happened and I think this video has become quite long. I have rambled on for too long. I have not even gotten to answering all your questions. So maybe what I can do is I can split the video. I can create a part 2 of this and I'm going to address all the questions in the next video. Okay, guys, every alternate week, I'm going to try for every week, but if not, at least every alternate week, there will be a new long form video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's anything particular you want to know about this or anything in general for Instagram or YouTube, and I will see you in the next one.